Welcome, bass family, to Everything Bass with Dale Titus. Today we're going to cover something that really opened up my fingerboard for me, got me more musical, got me out of that one octave rut I was using, or I was stuck in, when it came to major pentatonic scales. If you're new to bass, you haven't studied the major pentatonic scales, it's probably going to be best for you to stop this video and search out on Everything Bass, search out major pentatonic scales. I believe that's what I called it. And check that out, get familiar. I'll do a quick recap, but I think it'd be better if you went through, watched that video, and then watch this one. So first of all, why is it important that you know this? Well, let me show you by example. One is, when I first learned the major pentatonic scale, this is the G major pentatonic scale, I learned it in one octave, I practiced it in one octave, and of course, if I learned it one way and I practice it one way, that's how I'm going to play it. And so I was stuck in this little box. And initially my thought was, well, let me at least get the other notes that are available in this position. So I looked at the notes of the scale: G, A, B, D, E, G. Then I put the A back, the A is here, so I included that, and the B is here. So I basically took this A, moved it up an octave, this B, moved it up an octave. So now I have what's called a full position pattern. So that's the full position G major pentatonic, with, of course, the first note being the tonic. And that really, just those two notes gave me new ideas, playing outside of the octave. Even just that little bit freshened things up. But then I got greedy, and I started thinking, okay, well, if I know those are the notes, what if I was to start on the A? And I was to play the scale, so I'd go A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D. Those are the same notes as I just played here, but now here. Well, that gave me some cool ideas, because I could be playing off this pattern and want to do a lick, and now I knew I could, and I could jump up there and play out of that pattern. So I had these two patterns. You can hear how similar they are. Well, that just started cascading. And I realized that for every note, there's 5 notes in the G major pentatonic scale, I could build a new pattern working my way up the neck. And that's what I'm going to show you today. And so this video doesn't turn to be too long, I'm going to give you a quick overview of each pattern, give you a couple tips, and then of course I'll probably do a follow-up video shortly. So for Patreon subscribers, thank you first of all for supporting the channel and going to patreon.com/everythingbass and subscribing. For that monthly fee, you can download all the support documents, and this is one that really needs it, because I'm going to tell you about them, but I think you need to visually see them and be able to put them up on your music stand and practice them, put it in your lesson book. So major pentatonic patterns to extend the fingerboard. Well, you already seen the first two. Here's the first one. Second one, the third one, fourth one, and the fifth one. So you notice how every pattern I played had the same tonality of notes. You didn't hear a note that was new, I didn't omit a note. And that's basically giving me a chance to play, and I could be playing down here and then come all the way up here and play it. And be able to play cool ideas just sliding around the fingerboard and not be limited to that one octave box. So obviously there's a lot of creative things we can do with it. I just want you now to kind of learn each pattern, practice it up and down. I'm going to go quickly through them. I know this is tough, but you really do need the curriculum for it to, I think, to fully appreciate it. But let me try to run you through, and I'll use what this, like, the interval is per each string. Maybe that'll help. So like what I'm talking about here is you're going to play a whole step, then you go to the second fret, play a minor third, play a minor third, go to the second fret on the G string, play a whole step. That's pattern 1. Pattern 2 is super simple to learn. It's whole step, whole step, whole step, in this case starting on the 5th fret. Then you go back a fret to the 4th fret, play a minor third. Now you're going to realize that the intervals are either going to be a whole step or a minor third. So that also helps kind of clean things up. Now if we go to the next, we're going to start on the B, so we're going to be on the 7th fret. We're going to do a minor third, major second, or whole step. Now you slide up to the D, and you're going to play a whole step, a minor third, a minor third. And then you slide up to the 12th fret, you're going to go a minor third, a whole step, and a whole step. So it's kind of cool. There's other memory triggers, but if I went through them all, I'm afraid this video would be really cumbersome, maybe not inspire you to watch it through to the very end. So now, how to practice them. The first thing is, don't try to learn all 5 at once. I really think that's a non-starter, and again, I warn of dilution. You learn too many and you start getting the patterns in the wrong order. So the first thing, if this is all new to you, just learn the first pattern, the full position. Add those 2 notes on the top. And just kind of mess around with them, play them in different patterns, things like that. And then add that second one starting on the second note of the major pentatonic. We're doing G major pentatonic, so starting on the A, whole step, minor third. Kind of get that together. All right? Then just practice those 2 together. Just kind of do that until you feel like you know both patterns. Now add the third one in and kind of start. Same thing, just keep adding a pattern each day. And I know that sometimes we get impatient and we want to be able to get it all down, but depending on your experience on the instrument, it might be best to take 1 new pattern a day and that's it. And then move on to other elements you want to practice. When you get them all down, one cool thing you can do is go up the first pattern in pitch, down the second pattern, up the third, down the fourth, up the fifth, and you go up to the octave pattern when it starts on the tonic again. So there you have it, the major pentatonic patterns to extend the fingerboard. We'll get into more application, but if you could chain these together, they're always in this order. And once you can do, once you have this down in G, mess around with moving it around to other roots and see what has to change and see. But you'll notice that they always are in the same sequence. They're always linked together the same way. And I think that will help you learn this and then not be stuck in that 1 octave box as you're playing. You can actually free flow all over the fingerboard. This really was a game changer for me using this particular scale, and I hope it is for you too. Okay, now today's encore item is really in result to some comments I've been getting, which have been encouraging. You guys have been wonderful in being supportive and throwing out suggestions. One suggestion was that, or maybe it was a request, I guess, is that I would cover more intermediate to advanced topics. And I will, and I promise you I will. But I needed to get online, on my channel, I needed to get all this foundational information down first. So that's why I've been working on basic technique, scales, arpeggios, things like that. So that someone who maybe stumbles on one of the more advanced videos can go back and have this background to work on to be able to successfully execute the new lesson. But I hear you, so I thought for you guys that maybe are more advanced players who have a lot more experience, I would give you something new and a little more advanced. And this is the Jazz Theory book by Mark Levine. Could be Levin, but I think it's Levine, I don't know. Mark L. Again, if I was like traveling around doing clinics and had a free time, you hang around the music store, I would always go to the music book section if they had it. And I found this. And it is a super big book. This is for guys who want to take theory, even though it says the Jazz Theory book, I think that's a little limiting because basically it goes deeper. Now, yeah, all the examples they give are given in jazz, and it shows you direct application for certain ideas in a jazz context. But don't be fooled. When you start getting these, inside you, internalize this information, and you practice it, it will seep into all your styles of music I'm playing, and it's just so in depth. It's probably, well, I hate to make definitives. I'll say it's one of the most complex and deep studies of music theory I have ever found. I really like his writing style, and obviously with a book this big, you're going to want to just take it 1 page at a time. Be patient with yourself. 1 page, fully understand it. Now, I also will say this. If you guys get, like any of the books I suggest, and you run into a problem, you have a question, you're on a page and you don't get it, just email me. I say email me because it might be able for you and I to get into a deeper conversation than just through comments on the YouTube channel or on Facebook. But absolutely, just email me at dtitus@daletitus.com and tell me which page number and what specifically seems to be hanging you up, and then we can work it out. I would love to do that with you. Okay, so we have knocked out the major pentatonic patterns. I threw 5 patterns at once to you, and I know that's a lot. I really encourage you to become a Patreon subscriber, download this material, and really put it on so you can visually see the written patterns on the fingerboard, work them out, ask questions in the comments below, and then in the future I'll give you some more practice tips for how to use it and some things that are really cool that I've used to kind of increase my vocabulary as a improvisational musician. And of course the Jazz Theory book by Mark L. And Mark, if you happen for some reason to see this video, please let me know how it's pronounced, because I have been butchering your last name for nigh on 20 years now, and I'm sorry for that. Yeah, there you have it. So please, it means so much to me if you could like this video, subscribe to the channel, also share this video with someone you think it would help, share the whole channel. I really want to grow this. I want to reach every bass player I can reach, no matter what level you're at as a player, no matter what style of music you like, where you live on this beautiful world of ours. I really want to connect. I really want to get this as a global network of bass players, and I need your help. I can't do it myself. So if you could please, like I said, share this video, subscribe to the channel, send me your thoughts and ideas, email me if you need help, all these things. I'm at your beck and call. I want to help you. I'm excited to help you. And I'm so thankful that you're trusting me with this new venture of mine. So there you have it. I will see you the next video. All right.